Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the John Deere Signature Series X758. In my personal opinion, it doesn't get any better than this machine. Let's get after it. Okay, I've made a bold claim, the best machine in the riders. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of things that kind of lead you to that conclusion. First off, this is it. This is the pinnacle of the lineup. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about some of the differences. Now, I've featured X7 series on the channel before. This is the first time I've had this configuration. And so let's talk about what the numbers and letters mean. The X7 stands for the grouping within the John Deere riding lawnmower lineup. So we have S series mowers, jump up to the X3, X5, and then the pinnacle X7. So that 5 is going to denote that this is a diesel engine. This is that 24 horsepower Yanmar diesel engine. They've had this engine for many years. It's serious power. 24 horsepower is great. And then you're going to get a ton of torque out of that diesel engine. All right, and then the 8, the last number in this means that this one has four-wheel drive. If you see a 4, because we do sell an X754, that means it just has four-wheel steer. But this 8 in this particular machine means it has four-wheel drive. So the fronts and the rears both push. So let's talk about the aesthetics of this machine. You know, it's got that tried and true John Deere symbolism that you can see on all of my John Deere machines. You've got some very bold heat extractors on the hood. You've got some nice, big, gigantic headlights. In the front, you're going to have this big, robust frame. So this bumper is a continuation of the frame. Then it's got a 1 1/4 inch hitch receiver in the front. It's got nice, big wheels and tires. So you're going to see 18 by 8.5 by 10 on the front. You're going to have 26 by 12 by 12 in the back. Those are outfitted to alloy wheels. It doesn't get any nicer than that on a lawn tractor. You're gonna have a K90 transaxle in the back. So it's gonna give us awesome mowing speeds, 8.5 miles an hour, as I mentioned before. And it's also gonna give you awesome towing capability. So you're gonna get about 1,200 pounds of towing capacity on this unit. This one's outfitted with a 54-inch drive over deck. So I've got this one with the AutoConnect feature as well. So all you have to do is drive over the deck, it auto connects, and then you can drive off of that deck as well. It is super nice to take that on and off in the winter season so I can clean it out, make sure it's nice and pretty, or if I want to store it when I'm going to go ahead and hook up maybe a snow blower on the front of this. This thing can handle that kind of two-stage snow blowers. You could put a 3-point hitch on the back of this, but you could also outfit it with a rear PTO. So lots of different options you could add to this machine. Let's talk about driver's compartment. One thing you're going to notice here is we've got an aftermarket seat on this. Now, it is a John Deere seat, but it is not the traditional seat that you get with this machine. This is an air suspension seat. It's got the nice armrests. Of course, it's got that nice cooling pattern in the back. This is a pretty sophisticated seat. This is the first time I've actually seen one, and I really, really like it. It's very, very comfortable. Nice grab handles on the side of this machine. The dash panel, man, wonderful telemetry up here, full color display. I've got everything kind of front and center in a nice, beautiful little pattern. This engine is liquid cooled, so you've got, you know, it is a diesel engine. But you do have a radiator in the back and it's liquid cooled. The nice thing about the X700 series, even in the gas versions of these, they have that liquid cooled engine. All right, one thing I've noticed on the finish of this is a painted finish. So we've got nice painted finish on here. You've got the polymer up here on the hood. It's gonna be very dent resistant. You do have these nice, beautiful steel fenders on this one. I've got a really nice big cubby on the side that's got lots of space in there. And then I've got a 12-volt charger on here. And that 12-volt is actually switched up here. So I can turn it on and off. So if I was gonna add something like a sprayer to the back, I have the switch right front and center for me. Again, another convenience feature. You're gonna see automotive-like tail lights. You're gonna have reverse lights that actually light up. You've got that twin touch pedal, so forward to go forward, backwards to go backwards. Doesn't get any easier than that. And this machine has cruise control and tilt steering wheel. I mean, the list goes on and on and on with this thing. It's just full of features. I do have a cup holder on the side, and then of course I've got my 2 hydraulic levers. One of those at this point is hooked up to the deck, so I can raise and lower that deck. It does have another hydraulic function on there. So for example, if I put a front blade out there, I could go ahead and raise it and lower it, and then I could articulate it left or right if I wanted to as well. I hope you've enjoyed this brief walkthrough of the John Deere X758 Signature Series lawn tractor. This thing, I think you can see, is easily at the top of the heap for John Deere. I will say, honestly, it's at the top of the heap for probably anybody. There isn't really anything else in this class of lawn tractor. It is just a beast. Additionally, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe to our channel. If you've got any comments, please comment down below. We'll go ahead and take a look at those and see if we can get your questions answered. So until next time, we'll see you again on the Papé Toolkit.